Yeah. So this is what it is. Life itself. Happy holidays for those who celebrate Christmas. You know, happy holidays to everybody actually, because I mean it's been a rough year. You know, good times, a lot of tragedies in society today, and what happens is because of this, we treasure every moment, right? Every life opportunity that we receive. Because, I mean, we must understand that we don't have a lot of time living, right? 35,000 to 45,000 a day. I mean, days to live. You see what I'm saying? 35,095 years old. So, you know, life is precious. Enjoy the holidays. See what I'm saying? Holidays is not about just presents. Because, I mean, the gift of life is God. God give us eternal life. And so, because because He gives us eternal life, right? To discourage you from, you know, being motivated enough to influence people. We, the people, are destined to impact in many ways. So I encourage everybody to, you know, apply for YouTube channels, apply for Google channels, accounts, right? Because, I mean, it's a powerful tool. You see what I'm saying? And because it's such a powerful tool, it allows you to, you know, sort of become, you know, a media figure in a way. You don't have to have so much of the following, but each individual as a person is unique. And because you're so unique, that is what a lot of people around the world want to see. And so that's subject to credibility to you, to the world. Like the world deserves to see how unique you are as a person. You know, that is the impact. A lot of people know so many people, but hardworking, consistent people, you know, there's not a lot of those people on earth. So enjoy your holidays. Today, we're going to talk about, you know, holidays, right? Enjoying the foods, the the many arts and craft, you know, subject. I mean, last holiday you can see this picture I drew, right? And so sometimes I do painting, right? So I draw based on my emotions, the influence, right? If you're an artist, you get influenced by situations, and because of the influence, you're able to push that, right? Express that on paper, on canvas, because you have to learn to channel your energy, right? What are you good at? You see what I'm saying? try get it published. You see what I'm saying? So you can impact, because I mean, artists impact the cultures, every culture. And so that's what happens. Think about it. I love you. That's also one of the images I created, right? I always have one of these, you know, somewhere in my videos or pictures and stuff like that. And that's what I do. I mean, I like to create in all kinds of hours of the night. I mean, just remember, if you're hearing any noise or any screaming or anything like that, it's not of my consent. So just avoid that and follow up with the message that I'm talking, please, and thank you. And so the thing is, we as artists go through a lot of difficult times, right? Sometimes you hit a creative block. So it's like the creativity becomes sort of the same, so you find it boring, right? And so some of the things that I like to do is I like to go for nature walks, right? I mean, nature walks, walking in the forest, you know, talking, of course, showing how beautiful the lands outside is, right? And the fact that what we need to do to better that circumstances of earth, because all the earth is our home. And so sometimes, right, because I believe in Jesus Christ, and so I believe in tongues, right? So for those people that don't know what tongues is it's a spiritual language, right? And what happens is this spiritual language allows you to be able to have a higher thinking, right, throughout the times. So what happens is you get an influence that allows your brain to excel at a rapid pace, but there is some that you have control and there's some that you don't have control. So you see, tongues, when it first comes, it's like you have to catch it. You see what I'm saying? So you have to catch it like fire. You see what I'm saying? So once you have caught it, you're able to excel. And sometimes when your prayer has passed the physical language, it's able to allow you to excel to the spiritual language, which basically allows you to overcome in a rapid pace, right? So what usually happens when you pray in tongues is whatever you focus on, you see the positivity of the message. For example, if let's say you're praying for, you know, the less fortunate, you're praying for sick kids, you know, things of major impact and of importance of society. So once you have done that, your focus becomes on, you know, people of need. And so your mind goes on whatever you focus on, and it starts to project to you. Once it's projecting to you, it projects the solution of the circumstances, or sometimes it'll project something like that you need to do or you need to not do in order for the solution to come. So when that takes place, you get like a sort of an understanding, like a peaceful understanding of what you just went through. You see, it's like a phase. And so, in many sequence, right? Many sequence, things change. So, the more and more you pray, the more and more you grow spiritually. And so, you get to the point that you're able to, you know, accelerate, right? Mentally when you're praying, right? And spiritually at a more advanced level. Now, some people might say, well, do you understand it? How did you come to being able to receive this? You see what I'm saying? What took place that you know for sure is tongues and it's not something else, right? Because some people might think, oh, it's made up or you're trying to mimic a different language or something like that. Because sometimes some of the, you know, the translations, right, sounds like different types of languages. See what I'm saying? But spiritually, it's a different influence because you see, your mind is capable of, you know, understanding all languages, physical, mentally, and spiritually, right? Because you're a vessel. So if your mind is capable of doing that, that means you you are sort of like an attraction. You can attract higher level um, languages, which is spiritual languages, right? But this one in particular is tongues, and tongues has unlimited power in the prayer realm. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you add a booster to it. You see, the booster is, let's say, you fasting for a couple of days, right? I'm saying intermediate fasting because your body is a machine. You have to put certain things in place in order for you to gain that power. You see what I'm saying? To gain that power to be able to complete your task, right? I mean, let's face it, physically, you can be very powerful, more powerful than any physical human being. And it's not about color, it's just about your dedication, what you set out to do day in and day out. Because the reason why, when you go to school and you come out of school and you don't start at the top of the company, it's because experience. So, experience, a lot of times, in many ways, right, in most cases, helps, you know, better advance the other people than somebody who's not experienced. So, like that, there's experienced prayers and there's non experienced prayers. So, the booster, right? The booster that you're getting to enhance, to intensify what you're doing, right? Allows you to excel at, you know, at a higher rate. So you get a better projection. It's almost like, okay, you see videoing, right? You know, there's 240 pi, there is 340, and then I think there's 440, and then 1080p, and then of course you go to 4K, 8K, like different resolutions, and it's more clear and more detailed at every segment. You see what I'm saying? So when when you first encounter tongues, right? And you first encounter tongues. So you get, let's say, 240 optical. So the 240, how 240 looks, PI, in like the spiritual, is you might see maybe a shirt of a person or a symbol of like a business or an organization, or a lamppost. It's like pieces to the puzzle, right? So when you see those things, what happens is it's like your mind, right? Your mental mind and your physical mind starts to put put it together, right? So it'd be like, okay, so it doesn't fully make sense, but it's still powerful. And so you see little pieces. So 240, 340, 340 pi, you see a little bit more. Like for example, 340 pi, you can see this painting, right? You can see it from a distance and you only see that, right? But there's more to the vision, the provision, the projection. You see what I'm saying? The vision that you're getting, there's more to that. You see? And sometimes it you won't see anything, but you will sense or you will smell something, right? All of those are the beginning of the enhancement. So you being able to see, right? Smell. There's sometimes signs, or sometimes it can come physically where you are getting the message, right, from live in front of you, from what others are saying, because we all working on a frequency vibration, right? So we're connected, whether we're in the same room, we're not in the same room, same country, we're not in the same country, same thing. Because if you're on earth, the connectivity is still there. You see what I'm saying? Even if you're in space, right? Your emotions, right, are creates vibrations. It gives off your emotions. So there's no limit to how far you can love from, right? Same thing. So, and of course, you get to 1080p, right? You start seeing more. Maybe you see this room, right? You see this section, you see this light, right? And on top of that, you might see a longer time. You might see that vision for a longer period. Maybe before it was like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Now it could be even 60 seconds, right? So, in that sense, even though a minute is not that long, but it could be a very long time in the spiritual side of things. You see what I'm saying? It's enough for your mind to be able to understand, right? Think about it. Everything we're doing shows that there's always layers to everything, and the layers are always in threes, right? Same thing with the beginning, middle, and end. And there's in betweens, right? There's in betweens. So it's like people have to realize that power, right, comes in many formats. You see what I'm saying? But the power relies on what you focus on, right? Holidays are fun. Spending time with your family is exciting, right? Find your creator. Get to know your creator. See what I'm saying? We're not here on our own. We're not. I mean, we feel it in our hearts every day. What is the meaning to our life? are we doing what we're supposed to do as humans, right? Do you think that the things that you're doing on a daily basis is the best thing? Or do you feel that it seems like the best thing just to stall us from, what I mean, pushing forward, right? Keep us from excelling, right? In such a higher way. I mean, what what are some of your plans in life? What do you plan to do, right? Is money your only goal? And believe it or not, there's lots of people, they're millionaires, right? They could win. What happens to them spending money? Hmm? What is their purpose? Hold on. Sending more people. Try to get people more and more. You know what I mean? Hold on. That's live. You know? I mean, that's how it is in society today. You know, you have to have power. Tomorrow is the day, we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. It's not about, a physical present. It's about spiritual present. Yes, you buy a physical present for your loved ones, right? But you also pray for them. You see, the gift you must give in threes. You must give physically, mentally, and spiritually. You see, if you do that, you are really giving at a higher altitude because there's differences. Some people just give one way physically. Okay, if I have money, go buy. Okay, but mentally, obviously, compliments. There's obviously beautiful women out there enjoying, you know, because I mean, COVID really kept a lot of relationships apart. A lot of people are looking for loved ones, you know, one special companion. I mean, women, they're beautiful, right? You can't live with them and can't live without them, right? So it's like there's so much things that shows that it's like life is beautiful if you 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 balance and you're motivated because motivation gives the drive. It pushes your engine, your car. Your car is your core, right? Your body. So, however you take care of it, however you gas it up, you know, with live food or food that are, you know, not alive. Because both you can eat at any time, right? But what happens? Which one's good for you? Which one's better for you? You know what I mean? How do you feel? Never mind how you look, because how you look sometimes could could be, you know, deceiving. Do you see what I'm saying? You could look a certain way, but really you're not that way at all, right? We live in gravity. Gravity affects our body, our skins in many ways. Some people they age faster than other people, not because they're weaker. It's because of the experience, the things of the atmosphere, the impact of life, right? They had so many ups and downs, right? So, I mean, experience brings like I guess, wrinkles. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how it goes. You know what I mean? So, I mean, holidays, what did you guys get? Hope you guys spending lots of time. Because it's the new year soon, 2022. Everybody have a resolution, impact, enjoyment, right? They're enjoying. I know I'm going to have lots of fun tomorrow, right? I'm going to have, you know, cooking special basically. I have some goat, I have some fish, of course. I have trout and other meat, and I'm going to have a feast. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I celebrate Christmas all the time. Uh, Sometimes with family, sometimes without family. It happens. But you must be peaceful. You must enjoy. You mustn't let situations hold you back from elevating because influence is key, right? I told you, it's hard to be consistent. You know, one tip that I learned, growing up as a student in school is attendance. You see, attendance is like attempt, attendance, attempt. You're attempting to better your circumstances through the move of change, right? So if you're attempting to do that, that means you tried. You see what I'm saying? You're there. Now, if you're not there often, it means you have lost the seriousness of the situation, right? So, attendance is key in anything that is basically teaching you consistency, right? If you go to school every day, whether it's physical school you go in or online school, you're doing all of those things. So, you go. After going, if your attendance lacks, you know, you start to, the relationship between you, the teacher, the classmates, everyone is out of place. And so you're set back. But if you attend, and you don't have to be the best student, you just have to show up, even on the worst days. Because I remember, you know, it was grade 9. I was in grade 9. And I remember I I just there was one February, I think, 21st. So it was February 21st, 19, I think early 2000. I think so. Uh, yeah. So I went to school, but that day it was a blizzard, and the blizzard took over the whole place. And I remember it was like a record number, like only out of the whole entire school, only like 100 kids showed up that day because the weather was so bad. And at that time, no buses were really running. Like it was like an hour delay, and just basically you can call it a snow day, but a snow day that lasted for like 3, 4 days. You see what I'm saying? Because it was very serious. And you see, going, I remember I knew that I had science, right? Science in the morning. So I went. I was basically out of all my friends, it was just me and the next guy and the next girl. So it was just a couple of us, and then basically other people that, of course, they go to the school, but they're in different grades and stuff. So you know, and so we went to science class, and the science teacher looked around. There was only 5 students, and he's like, "You guys are the only ones that showed up today." So basically, that gave us an extra 10% because the science teacher said, today was a very bad day. And I know that you guys always come to us asking us, uh, how can we get bonus points, right? Because believe it or not, that's one of the hacks of school. If you develop a good relationship, right, with your teachers, the teachers will help you, look out for you generally, you know. And so knowing that we needed extra, marks in order to play on the basketball team, that extra 10% helped me to, you know, get 60% in science class so that I could remain playing basketball. So just because, you see, that day we got a pop quiz that was worth 10%, but the pop quiz had only 10 questions. You see what I'm saying? Now, the whole point is the teacher wanted to test us and see our resilience, that we would show up to school even though school is not closed, but we have every excuse to stay home. Would we ignore the excuse and 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 make it? And of course, living in a low income neighborhood, what are you gonna do, right? Most of the time, you don't have money to take the bus to school. You have to walk. And so, walking to school took us maybe an hour and a half, but yet we live only 10, 15 minutes away. You see what I'm saying? So, those are some of the experiences. Carry the light in all your ways. Try to develop relationships with many different, you know, cultures, many different opportunities, situations. I mean, it can't go wrong. You see what I'm saying? You can only go wrong if you keep yourself unhappy. You can fight yourself, but nobody can solve that other than yourself. So, to be happy, you have to find love in yourself. See what I'm saying? Me, I love beautiful women. But for me, my pet peeve is behavior. You see what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you need a girl that have resistance because it can't be just laid out. But behavior determines the level of relationship, understanding, and behavior. See what I'm saying? Of course, never mind the features. The features will will be there, but it's not always going to be there. If you only look at the physical aspect, then it's sort of when the physical ages, right? And the prime of the people have passed, then the relationship won't work out because there's nothing for you to love because of what you love to begin with and how you love, right? I look past, I'm telling you. So you see, you see people love magic, right? Magical situation like Disneyland. and we used to go to Disneyland, used to go to Wonderland. You can go to, like Niagara Falls, wherever, place of attraction, right? So going to these places, you go there to experience magic, right? The the feeling of magic. That's where you go there to do. So create that within yourself. Create that excitement, like as if, you know, every day is your first day, and live it like as if your last day. You see what I'm saying? So approach every day like it's your first day, right? But you see what I'm saying? Finish it, right? Live it like it's your last day. That means the energy that you put into, you know, living your life should always be 100%. You should always remember that. You understand? Think about it. Society has many influence. How do you choose to use the tools? It's up to you. See what I'm saying? If things are not, positive, and times change to be negative, you won't learn anything. See what I'm saying? In order to be confident, you have to have problems that allows you to be uncomfortable to become comfortable so you can be more confident. People worry about how they should express themselves on social media. Be yourself. Who are you? You know, you can only encourage people truly by being yourself, right? How somebody going to like an act that you put on, unless you're doing a movie, because once you do that, you run out of ideas. You know, do you see what I'm saying? And if you run out of ideas, then what are you gonna do? Nothing, right? Singing. I love to sing. See what I'm saying? I don't only produce, I sing, right? I'm a lyricist. I write poetry. You can check out all of that on my profile. See what I'm saying? So I'm very creative in many ways, right? I'm very creative also in many languages. You see what I'm saying? And that's key. If you can excel in many languages, then you're evolving intellectually, right? Remember, message, positive, stay motivated. That's the key component to the acceleration of your life. You're going to push only as much as your energy can afford to help you push. Now, define energy. How do you make it? You only know the, the surface level of it, eating food, impacting. But how do you tell? Because you you put good food in your body, but what is the effect of it? See what I'm saying? Because your body has, it's a system, right? Sometimes anything you put in it gets stuck. It doesn't go where it's supposed to go. And like if it doesn't attend there, how could you use it? How could it be effective? Right? And this is how it is. So stay healthy, eat healthy, Vitamin D, it's your friend, right? Vitamins, minerals, they're all your friends. Workout, they're your friend. See what I'm saying? You want to impact people? Well, talk, motivate. How much days do you have? Hmm? Tell me, who wants to live past 100? 100, 200, 300? See what I'm saying? Of course, there's so many people that want to do that. How can you do that? How can you do that? Right? Because right now, we age faster. See what I'm saying? You could look young. You're still aging, right? There's many ways to age. People think you look at your face to tell your age. No, you look at the person's hands. Your life is in your hands, literally. All the details of your entire body, physically, mentally, and spiritually, are in your hands. You see these lines in your hands? They're not just there for coincidence. Look, right? They're not there for a coincidence. See what I'm saying? It requires power. And over time, you will see different lines showing experience. You ever heard, like, I know um, in like high school, what people used to do is the graduating class, sometimes they will go write their names on the desk or table or something, and they will say so and so was here. You see what I'm saying? And that indicates to the the next group of class of high schoolers that come in, that sits there, right? They will read, oh, so and so was here, and if that individual was popular, then obviously that's how they do their thing, right? Carry on message. Same thing, experience. Lines, you know, from things that you do physically, mentally, and spiritually, they all appear here. See what I'm saying? So all your life is like, this is a form of a words book, right? And it tells you everything, your health, your heart, you know, from physical side, your intelligence, what you like, what you don't like, your lifeline, how long you're gonna live. See what I'm saying? Even if you have potential disease or anything, there's so much that could be told, right? So with all those in mind, you have to understand that learning about things, knowing about different things, knowing that the power of your heart, right? The energy it's able to conjure up, to you know take care of your body 24 hours 7 days a week. Now you tell me how strong your heart has to be, and the complications that take place when your heart is not too good. So you see, remember, your power is with your drive. You want to do something, you could only do it if you plan, you set out to put things in place, little step by step. You should plan like a turtle. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, you should plan like a rabbit and you know execute like a turtle, but with a little bit more speed. Basically, what I'm trying to say is both, a little bit of both. You have to learn how to, accelerate and de-escalate. So both, you have to learn when it's necessary and when you should do that. See what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. So let me know if you guys like these painting, this one, you know, what this painting reminds you of. You tell me. So look, it's abstract, right? I mean, what it reminds you of when you look at it, right? So, I mean, and what about this one? What that one reminds you of? Let me know in the comments below. You know, stay motivated, right? Gotta stay motivated, gotta work out. I mean, tell me, not just that. Finance. See what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, shares, right? Gotta invest in shares. That makes you more powerful. I mean, everybody's doing it. Every organization is doing it. Why not you, right? I mean, you don't have to always set out to continuously work and say, well, that's all I can do. You can also invest. You have money, right? So, what? Are you just leaving your money to be stagnant, or you're trying to grow your money? You have investments, long term, short term, you know, decades, whatever you can do. You know, invest little by little, right? Buying properties. What are you gonna do? See what I'm saying? Just know that, like Shaquille O'Neal. You see, Shaquille O'Neal, one time in an interview, he said, "What I'm going to do is basically, I like setting myself up for wealth. Like they want to be generational wealth. So his sons, 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 sons. So it keeps growing as Shaq ages, as his son ages, and of course his kids, right? So, but his generation. So every generation they will have a level of wealth to be able to live. You see what I'm saying? So they're setting that up. But you see, if it's not set up spiritually, all that physical wealth will come to an end. Because you see, like any device, there needs, there needs to be an energy conductor that pushes that message, that power. And so if there's an energy conductor, then it depends on how long the power is. You see what I'm saying? So the drive is the power. Use it properly. You are able to do so many things. Understand that you won't be able to be physically strong forever, right? Mentally as well. Because as time goes, the more mature you become, the less you find certain things important. You don't follow a lot of the dramatic, you know, energetic kind of thing because you realize it's it's there's no point. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't give you the thrive it used to give you before. So these things are part of it. You see what I'm saying? So society in a whole, you want power, invest in shares. You want influence, be on social media, market in your content, push it, using Google ads. using YouTube, uh, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any any of these things. You see what I'm saying? Those are all platforms. So use them, right? The ones you prefer. Some people don't use some people don't use. And not every platform you're gonna be. But the OnlyFans, right? There's a lot of people making a lot of money from OnlyFans. So I mean, depends what works for you, right? That's what you're supposed to go with. Yeah, I mean, today, 24th December, we're just talking. See what I'm saying? I mean, got to spend time with you guys because you guys helped me get to where I am today. Thanks to you guys. For those who watch, for those who supported, you know, I thank you, right? Um, you guys helped me this year get past 5,000 hours, in a short period of time. That's a lot to me, influential to me. You see what I'm saying? Check out my other videos. Of course, I have a lot of different videos and I vary in my content. I vary in language, I vary in style, understanding because the way how I become creative is inspiration. You see what I'm saying? Like music doesn't necessarily have to be my music, but other people's music because I mean you learn from others. And so music or, you know, like powerful words. You see what I'm saying? Because if you see influential, if you hear influential, chances are the experience had to have been there, right? Because I mean, when somebody feels comfortable, when somebody have gained experience, right? They have a programming understanding of the event because they have been through those events on several occasions. So they understand how to weather the storm. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So weather the storm, right? Times you need. So because that's what it is. I mean, government, life, people, what are we really doing? Right? We're enjoying, we're learning, we're excelling. But to who is it the right way? Because we're very smart, but we also get deceived easily through the influence of the amount of power. See what I'm saying? Meaning, we the humans have a difficult time with harnessing and controlling power. Maybe that's not our nature. See what I'm saying? The lion is a king of the jungle. He's not the smartest. He's not the biggest. He's not the fastest, right? But yet, he has created such an impact and influence of dominance and fear that whenever he comes around, every animal flee, right? Second is like hyenas. Well, hyenas they fight in packs, but the lion, right, has such a high ego that he's able to be dominant even when he's outnumbered. So, who are you? What creature are you? Right? Not in a bad way, but why do the Bible, why does God say, his attributes are from a lion and an eagle, right? Like the animals that he created, those two are his most favored animals. Why? Because they're both not considered the best, but they both are the masters of their environments. One is the master of the savannah of Africa, right? And of course, king of the jungle and king of the air, because the hawk, right, the eagle, can fly so high. See what I'm saying? And it's very powerful. And so he's the master of the air. Enjoy, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. I'll be live again tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? I had to do a hour segment because close to an hour, a little bit. So thank you for those who watch. Right? Comment, like, share, subscribe, stay motivated. I mean, let me know. And you guys can also do the same thing. Don't think that you can't. You just have to be consistent. You have to have confidence. See what I'm saying? You're not less special than anybody else, but your efforts in what you put in separates you from those who are not willing to put in that kind of thing, right? Effort. So put in effort, you'll get it. All these other things like, oh, you're not good at what you're doing, why are you doing what you're doing? All of those are distractions. But it's supposed to happen because you're creating an impact, an influence, and you're doing it in a manner where you enjoy. So the joy is from what you want to express. See what I'm saying? That goes a longer way than being impacted and saying, okay, you know, think about it. If every day, whenever you do something, somebody tells you, oh, it's not good, and you stop doing it. Then you do something else. Oh, it's not good. Then you stop doing it. That problem will never go away. You see what I'm saying? It never go away. So don't be discouraged by others. Don't let others control your circumstances, right? Of course, sometimes it could be difficult, but it doesn't mean it can't be conquered. It can't be done. You just hit them with positive vibes. See what I'm saying? Because we're in a positive vibrations. So if you weaponize yourself with positivity, then you're always in a place of peace. Peace is priceless. You can't buy it. See what I'm saying? You can only earn it through understanding and experience of life. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, relationships start off amazing, starts off key. Everybody loves that. But that is preschool. Preschool is is the honeymoon stage. See what I'm saying? That's preschool, right? So time and time again, problems occur. It's up to you. Are you strong enough to withstand it? Or sometimes that problem is just the root of it, right? It doesn't want to be changed, can be influenced. So sometimes, stepping away, distancing yourself, right? Finding other things to do will help you to understand the situation at hand, you know? See what I'm saying? So, I mean, be thankful for life. Be thankful for, you know, Positive. If you have family, it's the most valuable asset you have. Because guess what? It's how it works in this world, right? Energy. Don't let people steal your energy. See what I'm saying? People try to steal your energy because they can't make their own. Not they cannot make their own. They could make their own. It just they're too lazy. So they want to steal yours. See what I'm saying? They want you to put in the work hard for it, earn it, and then have them take it because you're not supposed to gain, right? Obviously not. You're supposed to. So work hard, push. Don't let people change your circumstances. What they do is what they do. But allow personal. You see what I'm saying? Don't let anybody affect your personal space. See? Because you're human. You have your own rights. You have the right to protect your personal space because it's personal, it belongs to you, not, you know, it's not public. So you have every right. See what I'm saying? So stay motivated. I mean, don't drive, don't drink and drive, I should say. Don't drink and drive because a lot of people go through problems and they take it, you know, over on the wheel and they're, you see what I'm saying? They're just swerving, but don't drink and drive. There's so many other ways, Uber, taxi, services, to be able to get you to your destiny, right? So remember, stay motivated. Drink lots of water, 4 or 5 glass. Check out my videos. See what I'm saying? And you should be okay. Should be fine. There shouldn't be no problems with you doing that. So have a nice day. Check out my Spotify. Enjoy my music, all of it, you know. And